None of us are strangers to the SMART acronym, but do you know what? It's kind of boring. That being said, achievable goals are important for momentum. So in this video, I'm showing how to make your big goals achievable without getting bored along the way. Hi, I'm Daire, brain and biz coach for coaches, healers, and all kinds of online business owners. My clients often come to me thinking that they need help with how to set goals, but in reality, what they really need is support staying inspired and focused so that they can make those goals that they already know how to set an absolute done deal. That is what we're diving into today. So let's get to it. So let's start by tapping into the vision. I want you to take a deep breath in now and just start to relax. I'm going to lead you through a little visualization now just to help you get really clear on what it is that you actually want to create. So allow your eyes to close, take a deep breath in and let it all out. Slowing down your breath so that you become naturally more relaxed, more chilled, more calm. Through your mind's eye, I want you to look down at your feet right now and notice today's date there next to your feet. Notice how stretched out before you along your floor there is a timeline populated with dates. Tomorrow's date, next week's date, next month's date, 3 months away's date, a year from now's date, all rolled out before you. I want you to start walking along this timeline now, just one step at a time, noticing the dates change the further you get. When you get to the point of 1 year from today, I want you to stop and I want you to jump up and down, feeling how soft and spongy it is, almost like jumping on a trampoline. And when you're ready, I want you to drop into that date, drop into that moment of 1 year from today, so that you are in that moment. Take a look around you now and notice what's going on here. What can you see? Where are you? Who's around you? Where are you physically? What items do you have around you? Look down, like what are you wearing? What can you see of yourself? Pay attention to any sounds that surround you, so any ambient noise, any voices, any music you hear in the background, just taking note of all of those little details. And then do the same for feelings, both how you feel physically in your body and how you're feeling emotionally. Take note of all of these details of this moment 1 year from today. Are there any tastes present, any smells? Be fully aware of this experience 1 year from today. What's going on? Now, I want you to, with a click, step out of your body. Step out of your body inside this moment 1 year from today and notice yourself in it. Notice what you're doing, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, what you're prioritizing, where you are, what you're wearing, all of the little and big details that make up this moment of 1 year from today. Pay attention. When you feel like you're aware of all of the physical details of this moment, I want us to go a little bit deeper. So looking at what you've managed to create 1 year from now, ask yourself, why was this so meaningful to you? Why did it matter that you create this vision? What has it made possible for you? And what is the ripple effect it's had on others? So your loved ones, your family, your friends, your community, your clients, the world as a whole. How has you achieving this goal impacted others? Who have you shifted into 1 year from now, having made this vision a done deal? How are your values different? How have your priorities evolved? What are the habits that you have made non-negotiables? Get really clear on who you are now that you have created exactly what you wanted. Take a few moments now just to take note. Take a few moments now just to pick up on any final details. What do you need to know about this moment that you've created 1 year from today? How is life different now? When you're ready, I want you to float back into your body. So once again, you are seeing out of your own eyes, hearing through your own ears, feeling with your own fingers, and float back up out of this moment until you're standing on your timeline once more. Do a 180 so that you are facing the past and start slowly walking back to now, back to this present moment. As you do, noticing the shifts and the movement and the ripple effect of all of the dates beneath your feet shifting as you know, as you come to believe, to realize that that 1 year vision is a done deal. When you find yourself now back standing over today's date, just take one more deep cleansing breath as you come back to now, as you come back to this very moment, back to this room, back to your body, back to full wakeful awareness, excited about this vision you're created, exciting about knowing that this is a non-negotiable, this is happening, this is in motion, you have done it. So now that you are really clear on all of the details of this vision, take a few moments to just journal it out. Record everything you can remember from doing this exercise in as much detail as humanly possible. You might want to go ahead and pause this video now while you do that. Okay, let's move on to step 2. Create your milestone marker. Now, we have the big vision. We know what's happening 1 year from today. But now let's reverse engineer that a little bit so that we know where we need to be at certain times to keep us on track. So this is one of the things that makes a goal less achievable. It's when we set this big picture vision, like we know in the broadest strokes what we want to achieve, but we don't necessarily know the phased approach to making it a done deal. So looking at that 1 year vision, like that is where we're going to be 12 months from today. Amazing. So we have that down. Next, I want you to think about 3/4 of the way into that vision. So 9 months from now, what will be different? Where will you be? What will you have achieved? How will you be showing up? What will you be doing? What will the tangibles be that you have already created or called in? Write all of that down now so you can get really, really clear on that Q3 milestone. So next, we're going to do the same for your 6-month vision. So that is essentially 50% of the way towards this 1 year vision. So what will be happening 6 months from now? What will you be working on? What will you be investing in? What will you be learning? What habits will you be implementing on a daily basis? How will you be showing up differently? What will be the thoughts running through your head on a regular basis? 6 months from now, what is going on for you, assuming that everything is on track? Then last but not least, we want to look at the 3-month vision. So 3 months from now, where are you? Assuming that you are on track to meet that 6-month, 9-month, 12-month milestone, what needs to be a reality 3 months from now in order to make those happen? So what do you need to be doing on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis? What do you need to be thinking about? What do you need to be prioritizing? What relationships do you need to be cultivating or letting go of? What needs to be happening in your world to ensure that you hit that milestone? So when you have all of these clear, you can create little checklists for yourself, check-in moments, appointments to really make sure that you are on track. Now, this might seem like it's just another added thing to your to-do list, but if the goal here is to make your vision achievable, then this is an essential step. If you are all about weaving magic and momentum into your business, then go ahead and hit subscribe now for more videos just like this one. Okay, my next tip is to design a monthly checklist that will keep you on track. So looking at your 1-year vision and your quarterly milestones, what do you need to check in with at the end of each month? Remember, this is about both staying on track and mapping out your next steps. So we want to make this check-in process as useful as humanly possible. So what I would suggest here is looking at all of your milestones. So let's say that the 12-month vision is, let's say the 12-month vision is making 100k, and I'm going to dumb this right down. Obviously you will go into a lot more detail. So that means the 9-month vision is making 75k, 6-month, and it's also worth mentioning that this doesn't need to be a money goal. It can be literally any kind of goal. I'm just doing this because it's easier to explain this way. So we have our milestones right here, right? So what do we need to think about at the end of each month to know whether we are going to hit these milestones? So on a monthly basis, we might want to track our incomings and outgoings. We might want to review offers. And when we review our offers, we might be thinking, okay, we want to look at this from a place of what is most profitable, what are people most interested in signing up for, etc., etc. So we'll look at our offers, decide what we want to archive, what we want to focus on promoting, etc., etc. So maybe reviewing the offers, part of that is then deciding what we're going to promote over the month ahead. So we're planning promotions. Maybe we want to review content metrics. And what that will do is allow us to figure out what kind of content has been most effective with regards to conversions and sales, because we're looking at money for our vision. And then that will allow us to plan content that's going to get the same level of engagement or more over the next month. And then maybe we want to also celebrate income goals. So this could be a really basic monthly checklist. And these are going to vary so much depending on who you are, like your personality type, your goals, all of that stuff. I'm just trying to keep this really simple to show you how this could work for you. So it's about making a checklist that you will look at the end of each month to help you both review what you've been doing, review how things are going, see where you are in terms of being on track to hit your goals, and taking that insight and using it to map out the month ahead. Hopefully that makes sense. So next, you want to create your weekly plan of attack. So make it short, make it sweet, make it hyper-focused on moving you closer towards those desires that you've so clearly outlined. So while you were doing your milestone creation, while you've been making your monthly checklist, you've been getting clear on the kinds of behaviors and habits and actions that you want to make part of your everyday life. Now it's about making them into an action plan that you can actually work with. So this is not about overstuffing your to-do list and committing to loads and loads of different things every day, because that is not achievable. And this whole video is about turning your vision into an achievable plan. So even if you could set a task number for the day, you could set work hours for the day, whatever makes it feel most doable for you and your personal preference with regards to working. But making your weekly plan of attack is about getting really clear on the actions that will get you to where you want to be as you hit these milestones. So the more detail that you get into as you do this, the better. The more insights you'll have, the more focus you'll have, the more detail you'll have, the more you will know what you actually want to be working on. So it could be as simple as reviewing your milestones, reviewing your projects, and brain dumping a list of actions for the week. And then when you have that list of actions for the week, you can go through in the morning, maybe with your cup of coffee, and just pick 3 or 4 actions from that list for the day. What I really, really love about this method is that you get to dream, you get to get really clear on what it is that you actually desire. It's not about chasing somebody else's vanity metric. It is not about trying to work on the thing that you think you should be doing. It's really about feeling into what you want to create. And then when you create your milestones, you are making that vision so much more tangible. So it's not about like this vague approach, this big picture vision where you know what you're calling in, you know what you want to manifest, but you don't really know how that's going to happen. By creating quarterly milestones, you get to be in that driver's seat and know exactly what needs to be done in order to create this thing that you say that you want. And then when you check in monthly, you are giving yourself the opportunity to review, reflect, refine, plan, and pivot. So if things aren't working, if something doesn't feel good, if it's no longer something that you desire, you get to pivot that and change your plans accordingly. And then last but not least, planning your attack weekly means that you get to have a lot more creative control on a week-to-week basis. So if you want to take time off, if you are not feeling well, if you have committed to something else, if whatever is going on in your world, you get to make sure that these dreams you're creating fit for you. And that for me feels amazing. Having that sort of creative control over my goals makes them feel both achievable and exciting. So make this system part of your planning process, and I can pretty much guarantee that you will keep achieving those big goals of yours time after time. Now, if you are ready to have the next 12 months be the best 12 months, I want you to go ahead and check out Your Unshakable Year, a stash of resources to help you do just that. You will get everything you need to make change in conscious, unconscious, energetic, and physical ways. The link to all of the info is in the description box. Now, I have loved having you join me today, so go ahead and jump into the comments and tell me something about that 1-year vision. Just give me a snippet, one little detail. I will see you next time, guys. I have loved having you join me today. It's been so much fun creating this different kind of video where I'm sharing a screen and walking you through a written plan. If you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and let me know, and I'll create some more for you. Now, before you head off, I want you to go ahead and jump into the comments and tell me something about that 1-year vision of yours. Tell me anything, just one little detail that you are excited to create. I want to be here to cheer you on, which means I need to know. So tell me, and I will see you next time.